The house has a full basement, which has partially been converted to a wine cellar. By Elisa and Michael. Out of the basement, space not used for equipment and storage. With Herculite glass walls, tin ceilings of the period, and a masonry floor.
Of course, it's got its own air conditioning system, everything.
Yeah, everybody, yeah.
Hello, America. I'm Bob Smith. I'm a historical home specialist, and I live in the McKinney Historical District, and I'm a Keller Williams agent. Today, we're showing the second part of a remodeling and design of this beautiful Hurd home in the Historic District of McKinney. Mrs. Hurd knew what she wanted in her home, and together with her architect, James West, who has designed and remodeled more than 300 homes in the Historic District, brought her dreams to life. Let's continue with James. James, please tell us more about this beautiful home.
This is the large gathering place on the third floor, created by Elisa and Michael Adams for games and family gatherings and movies. It was originally the attic space above the house. Air conditioning was confined to the knee wall space for ductwork and the units over the main entry. Columns were added to open the space further, as you see here, and it becomes a very fun room for guests and family. As you see, the room has every convenience, including a side room for reading and a day bed for pleasant, quiet moments for children and family. Overall, the knee walls come up so high, leaving room for the ductwork and other amenities. And the ceiling is finished with pine, as are other ancillary spaces on the outside. Guest bathroom and a bar for guests and family for refreshments. All the original hardware was restored and kept in place with the glass knobs and the brass hinges. The butts are all original. The keyways are all original. The home office shows the interest the Adams had in horses and Greek Revival architecture. Again, it has its own private bathroom for guests, discreetly out of the main path in the house. Beautiful wardrobe with brass plate push button. That's etched glass door to the bar, to the wine cellar. Again, the hallway reflects the style of the first floor hall with a wainscot chair rail, finishes above and finishes below, differentiating the scale of the house. Shall we look out back?
Sure.
As you have seen, the house is full of classical details, and the Greek Revival style is seen everywhere. In this addition, we attempted to make it blend with that Greek Revival styling that's so important by creating the classical window composition with the dentils above and the column architecture, as well as the balustrade, the bases with urns on them on the balcony. This sunroom is a major addition to the original plan of the house. The dentils match those of the house back gables, and originally the back wall visible above the handrail was the nature that brick wall came all the way to the first floor with only small windows. So the main achievement in the house, besides bringing glass area to the sunroom, was creating an opening from the bound masonry wall house to the expansion area. We did that with a major steel girder and framing. And the process of doing that was segmental, allowing for piece by piece removal of the masonry to varying conditions, and then welding it all together with one composite beam.
But sure.
This work was done by Cryer Construction at that time. Gonzalez Construction did work on the columns more recently, but Cryer Construction did the work on the house primarily at that time. The fence and the arbor were all added for privacy and access to the garage apartment in back, the pool house and the pool, and a beautiful back garden. Brick pavers on the pathway lead to a fire pit. The home came to be in the possession of Bess Hurd, who was the founder of Hurd Museum and Wildlife Center. John Hurd was the eldest brother of the many Hurd brothers. He and his other brother, younger Stephen, S.D. Hurd, were instrumental in bringing the interurban to McKinney, as well as developing businesses to support income for local families, including the cotton mill, the flour mill, the oil mill, and other enterprises which were very critical to McKinney's development. Though a big family in their importance, Miss Bessie was rather short. It's said that she stood on this concrete plinth here on which the Minuteman is poised. The idea is Miss Bessie, like all the Hurds, were monumental for their works. Maybe not for stature and height, but they were monumental in their works. It's a large lot. Mm-hmm. Originally, the Hurd family also had an involvement in creating the McKinney Collegiate College, which was between Lamar and Foot Street, and the original college in McKinney, for which College Street is named. It's no longer here, but it'd be on the site where you have the Episcopal Church and other houses right now. As you pan around the yard, you see what a very pleasant and reposeful place the Adams family created for the backyard, with many places in which to sit and enjoy the summer seasons and other seasons. Jets were placed in the sidewall of the pool, as you would do for a lap pool, so that one could swim against the jet for exercise, and in fact making this take the place of the larger pool for swimming. You can actually swim as if you're in an Olympic pool because you have the jets pushing against you. This is a delightful place for repose. Their daughter had a playhouse here built by their Adams. Their daughter Brittany is a wonderful entertainer today and married, living in Tennessee. Beyond the portico share, you see the enclosed fence yard connecting with the pergola to the garage apartment. This is the original garage apartment. 1921, cars were the new thing, no more carriages so much. So we had cars parked here. And I think the Adams had some antique cars parked here as well. Upstairs, the stair leads up to a lofted guest bedroom with bathroom and kitchen. These are original boards on this wall. You can see how we have the board and batten in the pool house. You have the same approach to the stairwell here. Coming. The guest room with lofted ceiling, original masonry walls, beams exposed, enlarged, and top lighted, and then a kitchen beyond, so any guest would be self-sufficient in this room. As patrons of the McKinney Christian Academy, this was the first part-time dwelling of the director of McKinney Christian Academy, where she stayed when she first came to McKinney, as a gift of the Adams. The kitchen has a feature. It uses the original kitchen sink from the Best Heard house. This was the entire kitchen work surface at one time. You see how it's much expanded now, but this is the original sink from 1921. This is drywall with the faux finish. The bathroom has one of the original footed tubs, a 1921 toilet, and a pedestal sink from 1921 from the original house. Nothing was thrown away.